Soft Currency Economics by Warren Mosler. Lead Accounting. Out of a more desperate quest for control of total reserves emerges the concept of lead accounting. The concept is more of an academic ideal than a workable proposition. In a lead accounting system, the maintenance period would actually be prior to the computation period. Such a system would result in a very restrictive and highly unstable environment. A reserve deficiency under a lead accounting system could be more accurately labeled a deposit excess. In such a case, the banking system would have to undergo drastic changes in its portfolio. A single bank may have a small degree of latitude to adjust its loan portfolio in order to meet its reserve requirement. For example, if Bank A has a $10 million reserve deficiency, and if it were able to force repayment of $10 million of loans, Bank A's reserve balance would increase by the needed $10 million. However, the loan repayment reduces the deposits in other banks by $10 million. By calling in loans, Bank A has not eliminated the reserve deficiency, but merely transferred the deficiency to other banks. When the banks call loans, the amount of total deposits in the banking system declines, but the reduction of total deposits reduces the amount of required reserves only marginally. The reserve requirement is 1/10 of the total deposits. A large reduction in the amount of total deposits would cause only a small reduction in the level of required reserves. The words call in loans roll easily off the word processor, but what does this imply? First, the portion of outstanding loans which are callable is small. Therefore, the U.S. banking system does not have the immediate ability to expand or contract deposits to meet short-term reserve requirements. Second, forcing changes in loan portfolios through lead accounting would inflict a severe disruption and unnecessary volatility, as individuals and firms would be forced to sell off assets to reduce their borrowing on a day's notice, regardless of their equity or credit standing. The desire to implement lead reserve counting is a rash reaction to the central bank's lack of direct control of total bank reserves. It is a banking version of the mountain moving to Muhammad. Even if lead reserve accounting were enacted, its effect would be far too disruptive to be used. The Federal Reserve's use of lead accounting methods to control bank lending would be like a local police force using tactical nuclear weapons to quell a domestic disturbance. In either case, the power of the corrective action is so grossly disproportionate to the situation that it is unusable.